We are in Atlanta, the Aflac Kickoff Classic, an exciting neutral field game to get this season rolling. Welcome, folks, to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 22nd ranked team, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Volunteers will kick this deep to begin the game. Fields it just outside the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So Syracuse's offense will get the first swing today. They will go up against a secondary group that talks about the no-fly zone. These guys are confident in their ability to just lock down wide receivers and take away the opponent's passing game.
Seems like every year in college football, there's secondaries around the country that want to brag that they have the best group of defensive backs. I think this defense and this secondary specifically has a very strong case with what they have to work with. The question I have is, how will the offense consistently move the ball against this group today?
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
Boy, just like that, we've got a big play already here by this offense. Not afraid to take some shots downfield. They hit it. They got great field position now.
That massive gain has set him up at the 41-yard line, enemy territory. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Willis. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Now it's second down here. Looking for some space. It's Willis. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Cook. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down.
Chris, I felt like that was almost a 2-for-1. They know they're potentially going to go for it on fourth down, so you try to get as much as you can on third to put yourself in a good spot for this next play. Curious to see if the offensive coordinator had something up his sleeve for this play on fourth down.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the college team. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. We've seen this quarterback build a reputation for making plays when his team really needs him.
Well, I think the best thing about him is he's just consistent. You know what you're going to get with this guy. He typically makes very good decisions, but every once in a while when he needs to step up and make a play, he's more than capable.
Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. Shotgun formation, here's an inside give. Stop right near midfield, and it'd be a first down. The balls pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Looking to throw. It's Aguilar. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. And the Volunteers with 1st and 10 here. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense surrounds it, just a short gain on that completion.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Swung into the pass rush. A sack.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. You might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. No chance to catch him there.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here's the point after attempt.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
PAT makes the score 7-3. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Coverage team flying down there. Good job. They limit the return. Not much there. Here's the first play of the drive now. Backed up at the 15. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. And they'll bring him down, but this This offense creates a huge chunk play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And the sophomore quarterback throws it behind the receiver.
Well, it's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but the offensive line did everything in their power to give the quarterback time. Ultimately, the play just didn't work out.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Quick throw caught on the left side.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. Defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Looking for some space. It's Willis. And they get the conversion there. Set up now 1st down at the 38.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the 1st down.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a 1st down and a new set of downs. And the running back takes the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And that pass ball is incomplete. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Under pressure, just lets it go. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
They'll kick it away here.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. Are you kidding me? That's how you flip the field in your favor. That's for the brand. What an absolute bomb, and they pinned him inside the 5-yard line.
On 1st down, it's play action. Snags a quick throw. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down after that completion. Looking to throw. It's Aguilar. Catch made in space. Look out. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Offense will decline the penalty after that big gain. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
The balls will line up on 1st and 10. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's an out route, the catch made. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the fourth quarter, really starts to wear you out.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Back to throw again. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and a chance at an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be second down.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle made after a big gain. It'll be first and goal at the 7. It's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Offense looking to throw the ball. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried the throw that time.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
No gain on first makes it second down and goal from the 7. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for 6. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score Tennessee 14, Syracuse 3.
They got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Short connection to the tight end here. Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
So ball at the 30, this is a manageable third down play for the offense. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Looks like Syracuse will have the first down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's 3rd down and inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Stop for no gain, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. They jumped out to an early lead in that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Catch made by the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Offense facing a third and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky fourth down decision? Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Second down after the incompletion. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
It's a shotgun run call. The running back has been busy today, but not much to show for it. Defense all over him again.
Man, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Grab down the middle. It's Ross. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening down. First down to the 27.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds the soft spot on the curl and picks up a first down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Willis. Tackled quickly after the catch. Should be short of the marker.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play on the completion.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Check this call on 1st and goal. Receiver gets the handoff. They'll start with behind the line for a loss of 1.
Really good call here to go with the jet sweep, but you've got to get north and south. Once the defense is out of position, the quicker you can get vertical, the better chance you can find yardage for that 1st down.
2nd and goal for the offense. The receiver makes the catch. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
Number 1 with the grab and the score.
And now they'll set up for the point after.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good. They draw within 4 at 14-10.
That makes the score Tennessee 14, Syracuse.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. He finds some space. He's in the clear. First and 10 play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Here he goes. Oh, and he fumbles. And the defense comes up with the football.
Boy, the first carry of the game, and it ends with a fumble. Chris, you and I know this staff. We might see the backup get some reps on the next drive.
Comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down play coming up. Hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. The pass is off target, yet hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Now the first play of this drive now from the 35. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. Tried to find the receiver there. Just missed him.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. The shotgun handoff here. The pickup is 9. That's what they're looking for. Sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. Tackle, but 1st down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
The Volunteers have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Brazil.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
2 backs now flanking the quarterback. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the 1st down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they pick up the 1st on the ground. And they get the conversion there. Set up now 1st down at the 38.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a 1st down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Looking for a gap. It's Thomas. Change of direction. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his 2nd touchdown alone here in the 1st half.
They face a 3rd and short on the 9th play of this drive. Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Coach elects to try for 3 points. He sends out the field goal unit. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
Good time here to drop this screen in for the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
First down here for this offense. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23. This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Syracuse!
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And he knocks it right through.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 17.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Has incomplete, very nearly intercepted that time.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Grab behind the line. It's Staley. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Locates the tight end. It's complete. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. And the Vols will have to kick it away. On a punt now for the first time today. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. second down play coming up. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Nixon. But get him down quickly. Not much of a gain of that completion.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Man, where's the scouting report for this defense? You knew coming into this game this tight end was capable. That's his 5th catch in this first half.
Finds his man. It's Cook. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets him a few yards closer to the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
That completion sets up a second down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete. Offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Pass complete on a crosser. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 30 and a first down. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
Syracuse will kick it off to get the second half underway. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw, and look at these yards.
Quarterback still with the football. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's got it with room to run. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Volunteers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Aguilar. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. It's going to be a loss on the play. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
Brings up second down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. They're going to trust the kicker from 56 yards out. Let's see if he's got the distance. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And in the 3rd quarter, this game remains tied.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Wants to throw it. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long, 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, they trap him for a sack. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That's how they bring him in the blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker, he's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run, but here the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Grab behind the line. Mike Staley. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Pocket breaking down. The pass rush gets home.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back, make it tougher on the quarterback, make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
The Vols bring their punt team onto the field. We're going to kick it away for the second time. Returner heads out of bounds. They're beginning the drive here, set up at the 30. And looking to throw now on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Ross.
Chris, it just feels like the offense is almost teasing the defense with this play. As an offensive coordinator quarterback, you're often looking for that soft spot in the zone. And here, they do a nice job of finding that hole for a nice gain.
The completion makes it second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And he's got it down there inside the 35. He makes the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Ross. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Third down coming up after that running play. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaks into the clear. You make the stop, but it'll be first down from the 13. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now, 2nd and 11. They look to throw it here on second down. Grabbed by the receiver. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Shotgun formation here on third down. Swarm with a pass rush.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. And that one's straight down the middle. And with that, they regain the lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's when they start the drive. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Look out, room to run here. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Over the middle, it's Staley.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
The Vols will have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Brazil. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. That's nice execution to pick up the first down. A little curl route, Kirk, against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, and then he made a great throw for that first down.
And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the 3rd quarter. And it's Syracuse on top right now. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Here's the 2nd down play. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility of what he can do from that slot position. That could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Can he make it to the marker? Oh, look at the quick cut. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
What a drive by this offense. Another big gain, and look at the defense. Huffing and puffing, hands on their hips. This offense is wearing them down both mentally and physically.
It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 11. it on the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go and to keep him.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. To throw, it's Aguilar. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Vols. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
What a great call here by the offensive coordinator to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly. And even though you're close to the end zone, you can still throw it and use the timing to your advantage and allow this receiver to be able to walk into the end zone.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 in the final quarter.
Syracuse 20.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Heavy pressure. He lets it go.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw here. And this time it's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
A lot of times when a quarterback sees man defense, he wants to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible, put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers, and hope that he can break a tackle or two on the outside and get a big play.
Crucial third down play right here. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Ross. Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
Boy, another nice completion by this quarterback and one of his receivers. You know, if I'm right, you look at this quarterback in this game alone, he's now over 350 yards. What a game for him.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Ross. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Syracuse.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Grab behind the line, it's Willis. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Second down play coming up. Looking to throw again. Running back has it on a screen now. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Orange. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
And now the important PAT to make it a 3-point lead. kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the fourth quarter. Can they hang on?
That makes the score Syracuse 27, Tennessee 24.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now. Set up at the 24. Fire to the right side. Complete. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
At the 45. Second down coming up.
And completion makes it second and short. Play fake, looking to throw. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Can they keep this drive going? Trying to convert on third down now. Back to pass. It's Aguilar. Near the sticks, it's Matthews. And they get the third down conversion. Football moves now to the 45.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Sure hands. It's Staley. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. That's another passing strike for this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
And they'll set up for the PAT.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter.
That makes the score Tennessee 31, Syracuse 27.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Pass caught, second down now. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes a quick grab. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
You know, not a lot of room there for the quarterback to operate, but he shows you the accuracy to be able to make that throw and get some yards.
First down and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking deep to the right side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught by the receiver. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
This guy is throwing for yards every single time he drops back to throw. Believe it or not, he's closing in on almost 450 yards passing in this game.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. A deep shot to the right. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. That's a great job. They'll spot it down around the 5-yard line. So the drive begins backed up at their own 5. Tough spot. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. You're late in the game, you got the lead, you got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. They tackle him about the 14.
Hey, I can understand the play call here, backed up deep in your own territory, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, but you got to be careful of being too conservative because this defense right now, they're trying to get the football back, and they're selling out against this run game.
Here we go, 3rd down and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Grinding away on the ground. The Volunteers pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going.
Hey, Chris, with the offense backed up this deep in their own territory, runs like this at least give you a little bit of breathing room. But you've got to continue to protect the football, especially trying to hold on to this lead.
And the Vols begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Hart over the middle. It's Staley. They bring it down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Pass top of the line of scrimmage. It's a great play by the defense.
What a swat there by the defender. And if you think about it, if he swatted that ball and it fluttered into the air, he would have had himself a deflection and a pick.
2-back set, quarterback flanked by the backs. QB decides to keep it here. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Ross. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Nice play to start the drive. They're near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, he makes the catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. Here we go. Trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. It's a short completion to the tight end. They get him to the ground, but it's 1st down now at the 28.
Chris, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. This guy's close to 500 yards passing in this game alone.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Cook.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a 2nd or 3rd option. They get positive yards. But anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the 1st down marker.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get 1st downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set them up 1st down at the 15.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Makes the grab on the move. Touchdown, Syracuse! They jump on top here in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
Now the try for the point after to make it a 3-point game. And the kick is good. A 3-point lead now in the 4th quarter. It's all up to the defense.
Tennessee.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now. Set up at the 24. Dropping back. It's Aguilar. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for the wide out. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Tennessee.
So now we'll have a field goal attempt, one of the biggest moments of this game so far. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. With 5 seconds to go, this would send us to overtime. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. And he's got it from 55 yards away and never in doubt.
Well, how about that? This guy comes in with all the pressure in the world, and he ties it up. I think we might be looking at some extended time in this one.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Return begins inside the 10. Returner tackled right there. That's when they'll start the drive. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. The second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime here just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
Comes our first play of overtime. The backs got it. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Syracuse is now operating in the red zone. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Offense are going to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's 3rd down and short. Send the back in motion. They're going to run the option. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the quarterback keeps the ball. He's trying to make a big play on 3rd down. He probably should have gotten the ball out of his hands. Now, we've got a big 4th down coming up.
So now the field goal team is out here trying to take the lead here in overtime. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they jump back in front.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here we go. A touchdown wins the game here, needing at least a field goal to keep things going. A quick throw out left, complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Gain of 3. 2nd down coming up.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. pass. It's Aguilar. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
If this team can hold on today and win, this pass rush deserves all the credit in the world. They have gotten after this quarterback so many times. Really, every time the opposing offense does something positive, it feels like a sack just stops any progress.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And now the defense will spend a timeout to talk strategy here before this crucial play coming up. Here we go, one of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high-pressure attempt. So this is a puzzling situation. I guess you'd have to expect a fake field goal here, anything but a touchdown, and you lose the game. So one overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Dropping back. It's Aguilar. Off target with a throw. Incomplete.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
Here comes the field goal unit out there trying to claim the lead here in OT. And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So now the field goal team is out here trying to take the lead here in overtime. And it's good right down the middle. And with that, they retake the lead.
Tennessee, 40. Syracuse, 37.
So they line out now knowing a touchdown wins the football game. They need a field goal at least to force another overtime. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He shreds the tap. He's in the clear. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Syracuse has moved into the red zone. And the tailback's got it again. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Grant behind the line. It's Willis. Tackled at the 8 after the completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. And they finally stop it at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value. physical offensive line, you can wait to third and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.